Happy Friday, everyone. Today is September 4th, 2020. You have a 3-day weekend, so you do not have school on Monday. It is Labor Day, so get a restful 3-day weekend. We are going to go over expectations, review yesterday's lesson, and then I'm going to go over the geographic features and landforms. Excuse me. So when you're in my live session, mic is on mute. Keep your camera on. Use a chat box for questions. What's learned here leaves here. And then please contribute to today's learning. So today, what we did was we went over yesterday's assignment, and that was when you had to write at least three complete sentences, and then you had to respond to a classmate by making connections. If you're like, what is that? That was in yesterday's folder for Thursday. So do we understand what landforms are? Hopefully you do. Do you know the different types of climates? And what did you find out by reading and responding to your classmates' discussion post? So that's what we discussed. Today on your own, you're going to complete the interactive slides. How does geography affect where people settle? We're going to make sure to read all the information and watch the videos. And then where you see that nice yellow star, you need to make sure that you complete the activities that are on that slide. So you're going to go to Friday, and you're going to select the only link that there is. How does geography affect where people settle? And you should see a Google slide link. Click on that, and that'll bring you to this slide. So again, make sure you're reading. Carefully look through each slide, read the information, watch the videos, just said about the star, and then you're going to turn to Schoology. Now, once you get to this slide, it looks like it's a lot, and it is, but you just dissect it. And so that's our guiding question. So how does geography affect where people settle? Directions, you're going to watch the video below, then read the definition of population density, and you're going to study the example. Then go to the next slide. So you're watching this video first. You're reading what is population density. And it says is how many people live in a certain area. It tells us how crowded a place is, and it is measured by how many people per square mile. So make sure you're looking at that image, and if you need to take notes, please go ahead and do so. Rural versus urban. So again, you're reading everything, you're answering. Right here, erase the type answer here and put your answer there. Don't leave it saying type answer here. Erase it. And then right here where it says circle one, you need to circle one. Let me see if I can move that so you can see that. So it says circle one. I'll fix that right now. Okay, I fixed it. So circle one. Then on the next slide, it has a nice star. So why are some areas more crowded than others? Directions. Read below, then complete the drag and drop activity. And read the 3 bullets. And then it says click and drag the check mark below to your choice. So would you rather live here or here? Here or here? Make sure you're moving this arrow to where you want to live. Make sure you select it and it'll move. The next slide talks about what is climate. Reading the bullets, looking at the map, look at what color purple is, because hopefully you're like, okay, that means it's cold, there's ice, because it's Antarctica, and then read on this side. Here's another star. How does climate affect population density? So you need to look at the marker. So it says number 1, the climate at the yellow marker right here and right here is blank. Erase where it says type answer here. So you're telling me is what kind of climate, and there is low, medium, or high population density. So the first map is answering the first blank. The second map is answering the second blank, excuse me. Then we're talking about physical features and landforms. Make sure you're reading the directions. Follow that. If you read it instead of looking at the whole picture, you read it, you read, okay, you watch a movie, and then you're done with this slide. Let's look at another example. So we keep bringing you maps because right here you have a physical map, you have a population density map, and you have a climate map. If you look at the physical map, it tells you there's Rocky Mountains, the 5 Great Lakes, and then you have the Panhandle, which is um, oh man, I just had a brain fart, and it's surrounded by water. Then we have population density. It's still where the Rocky Mountains are, the 5 Great Lakes, and the Panhandle, not the Panhandle, Florida, sorry. Panhandle's up in Texas. And the climate. Why is the climate the way it is around the Rocky Mountains, the 5 Great Lakes, and in Florida? So make sure you're reading all that. Here's another star. Let's practice what we learned. Hopefully you know the answers. It says, fill in the blank with the correct vocabulary word from today's lesson. Hint, words are in blue on previous slides. So if you weren't even paying attention to anything and you don't look for the blue vocabulary words, because that's what they are, vocabulary words, then you are not going to be able to figure out. It's going to be a little struggle. So please look at that. Then you're doing this one, this or that. Choose which landform or climate would have a higher population density. You can circle, highlight bold, and or underline your choice. And then the last slide is making sure you answered slide 3, 4, 6, and 9. And then you're going to submit to Schoology. If you have any questions,